Hello, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Putty, and welcome back for another edition of Mid-Atlantic Wrestling. We are here for the oldest, the schoolest, the rulesest. We are here for the May show. It is, of course, old school rules. Tonight, our big headline match is Greg Gage begins what he is calling a climb up. The Confederation of the Territories wrestler rankings recalculated every September as he takes on New York City Championship Wrestling's Nope, it's not Championship. New York City Wrestling's bulldozer, Brandon Smith, former MAW champion, not a competitor to be underestimated. Greg Gage takes him on tonight in our main event of the evening. Sure to be a fantastic match. A battle between a brawler and a grappler, the traditional, good old style match. That was weird sentence, whatever. Also on the show, I'm sure we will have a lot more to be talking about. So let's just get right into it, shall we? Greg Gage starts the show. He's backstage in a lavish suit with an expensive watch and surrounded by some attractive women, of course. Gets on the mic and he says, "Tonight is the start of a new era for Greg Gage. Tonight is just the beginning. You see, as soon as I defeat Bulldozer Brandon Smith, I will move on to bigger and better things as I start my charge towards the World Heavyweight Championship, and it can't come any sooner. Because you know what, I'm starting to get sick of this town. I touch down on my private jet, and all I get is disrespect. All I get is being thrown into worthless match after worthless match, being treated like some sort of normal wrestler when it's very clear that I'm better than all of you. So as soon as I win that World Heavyweight Championship is the soon as I can get out of this town and never, ever come back." Ooh, I think I just skipped 2. No, I don't think I did, actually. As we move on, backstage, Clark Alexander and Island Boy Apollo are talking, and they're like, "Tonight, we are going to test our new... This is Island Boy. He's like, "Tonight, we're going to test our new tag team. We're going to show everyone the might of the Island Boys." Island Boy Apollo and Clark Alexander. And Clark says, "Yeah, it's going to be just like old times. Now let's get out there and show them." We open up the show with Papa Dan defeating Seth Whitehead with a Ghoul Bulldog. Terrible wrestling, no heat, doesn't matter, filler match. Papa Dan continues a pretty good winning streak this year, actually. And then after that, Christopher Ball defeats Trix Triumph. Oh, no, yeah, yep. Like I said, Christopher Ball defeats Trix Triumph with a Triumph Plex, using his own move against him. How dare he? And then after the match, he gets on the mic and says, "You know, I've been quite successful here at MAW this year. I've beaten Hal Harvard and proved that I was the true prospect, and I've beaten pretty much anyone that's been in my path. I think it's time for a step up. I think it's time to take on a bigger foe, because I'm the rubber ball that just keeps bouncing. And I want to bounce straight ahead to a match with one of the hottest prospects in this company today. I want to fight George Woolfe. So what do you say, George? Me and you, mano a mano." And then we have a vignette, actually, where a very tall, very bulky, hooded figure is walking through some dark alleyways, and he just stumbles into what seems to be like a tavern of some sort. It's dimly lit, and there are maybe candles lighting the place. Heads into a back room and just plonks a picture down on a table, and it's a picture of Island Boy Apollo. What could it mean? And then in their first match as a team, Clark Alexander and Island Boy Apollo defeated Jeffrey Snubbs and Carl Levesque in about 10 minutes, when Clark Alexander defeated Carl Levesque with a handful of tights. Interesting. Clark's first match with Island Boy Apollo as a tag team. Clark does pick up the win, but it's with a handful of tights. And it did look for a while that Island Boy Apollo had full control of this match. He was controlling it, beating up, with his typical electrifying brawling style on Jeffrey Snubbs and Carl Levesque. But their fast pace actually ended up getting the better of Island Boy. He was on the ropes a bit, and he had to tag in Clark. And Clark was getting destroyed by these two. Clark just could not deal with Jeffrey Snubbs and Carl Levesque. And so he ended up using tights to get the win. It was not an impressive win by the two very, very big stars in this business. So it's a little bit of an embarrassing win for those two, and it was only by cheating. Papa Dan and George Woolfe are backstage. Papa Dan's giving George a massage, and George is like, you know, Papa, I think this is actually working. I'm feeling a lot less stressed. The win against Cheetah Boy last month was incredibly one-sided. I'm feeling better than I've ever felt. You know, I didn't trust you at first, but your methods definitely work. And Papa Dan continues to rub the shoulders and says, so you heard about this Christopher Ball guy, George? George says, yeah, but if he wants a match against me, he can do exactly what I did. And that's work his way up the ladder. Tonight I've got other things to focus on. There is a new debutante that I will be challenging tonight. American Elemental 2. A legacy. It's a big match, and I'm looking forward to it. And he heads out, ready for that match. And in a very, very good opening performance, George Woolfe debuts his new finisher, a vicious spear, in a great match against American Elemental 2. Fantastic debut from American Elemental 2. His first ever match in professional wrestling. And it's very good. It's a close match. It's a very close match. But George Woolfe does indeed get the better of the fast lad, who is just one of the best debuts we've ever had. Good to see American Elemental 2 enter the business. And then backstage, Island Boy grabs Clark in a bit of an aggressive way to turn him around because he wasn't looking at Island Boy. And he says, Clark, what the hell was that, man? That's not the way I roll. I don't know what's happened to you over the last couple of years. We haven't been talking. But that's not right, what you did out there. You don't win matches like that. That's just embarrassing. That's not how you show that you're strong. That's not how you work hard and work your way up in this business. That's cutting corners, Clark. It's not what we do. Clark looks him down and says, chill. We won, didn't we? And I won for us. So you can go out there and be the weak link if you want, but I'm going to win at any costs. It's what I do. Deal with it. He just walks off. There's already dissension between this newly created tag team of Island Boy Apollo and Clark Alexander. As Greg the Mage. Greg Gage makes his elaborate entrance, his wonderful adorned robe with sequins and everything. It's just one of the most glorious entrances in the history of MAW. Once again, just keeping away from those dirty, grubby crowd people, and just enters away from it all as he is going to take on one of the biggest stars in American independent wrestling, Bulldozer Brandon Smith, in our main event of the evening. In a 56C-, Bulldozer Brandon Smith defeated Greg Gage with a tombstone piledriver. In this match, Greg had some slick, awesome grappling for a good part of it, keeping Bulldozer down. Bulldozer tried to strike, and Greg just tried to reverse those strikes and kind of hamper a limb, maybe targeted that left arm, targeted that left leg, trying to slow Brandon Smith down, slow him down a bit, but it just doesn't work. Brandon Smith just got too much power. He's too big. He's just a big bruiser, and he fights back with a shoulder block, big boot, and finishes him off with that tombstone pile driver. And, well, Greg Gage's climb up the wrestler rankings has not begun well. After the match, he looks a little devastated for a little while. He looks just as upset as he did back a couple of months ago when he lost the Mid-Atlantic Regional title. And he picks up the mic. It's not backstage. He picks it up in the ring, gets on the mic, and he says, you know, I'm so damn sick of this stupid town. I'm so damn sick of this stupid company. Tonight was supposed to be the start of bigger and better things because Greg Gage is the man. You know, when I say that I was born with a silver spoon in my mouth, you better believe it, because I am wrestling royalty. And that World Heavyweight Championship belongs to me. But now it's all derailed. All my plans have gone to shit because of Bulldozer Brandon Smith. And I'm not taking it anymore. I'm done. I tried so hard to stay here and finish what I started. But I'm done. I'm not going to do it anymore. You don't deserve it. You don't deserve Greg Gage. So let me just get something out here. And he heads to ringside and he grabs a piece of paper. And it's on a clipboard and he goes into the middle of the ring. You see this? This right here is why I am better than you. This right here is why I am better than everybody in the back. This right here is going to make me millions and millions of dollars that you will never get your hands on. This is a contract for Burning Hammer. That's right, that's where my brother works. And soon, I'm gonna join him. Because I'm sick of this town, and I'm sick of this country, and I'm sick of this fucking bullshit attitude that I deserve to be here. No, I deserve better. So take a good hard look, guys. This is the last time you're gonna see Greg Gage in a Mid-Atlantic wrestling ring, and thank God for that. And he signs the piece of paper, and he walks out to a chorus of boos. Well, that might well be the last time we see Greg Gage in Mid-Atlantic Wrestling. He seems serious. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please leave a thumbs up. Check out the rest of the series. Subscribe if you haven't already. And if you're feeling especially generous and particularly like the episode, a link to my Patreon's in the description. If you want to have a creative input on the series, one of the first places I tend to go to is my Twitter. The link to that is also in the description. In the next episode, I forget what it is. It might be the Sam Keith Classic, actually. What's next episode? May? June? No, it's not. It's something else. What is it? What is it? I can remember. I'm good at... Oh, it's FanFest. There you go. I got it. You just gotta wait a little bit and I'll get it. It's Fan Festival. So at Fan Festival, Greg Gage won't be there. But the people that really want to hang out with the fans and enjoy the wonderful Fan Festival festivities will. Don't know what our main event is going to be. Well, it was going to be Greg Gage versus Fumihiro Oda. Maybe we'll have... Fumihiro is booked to appear on that show. Maybe we'll have a MAW representative to face him. Honestly, not sure. Greg Gage has definitely left a hole in our company right now. I'm kind of disappointed in him. But what can you do? Gotta live, gotta learn, gotta move on. And I hope you guys will as well. I hope you guys will join me next time for a Fan Festival. I'll see you guys then.